Well, good Sunday night, New York Jet fans and NFL fans. It is October 20th, 2024, 11:43 p.m., and you are watching the takeoff, and you are watching a very tired Alex. First of all, prayers to Xavier Newman, Jet lineman who was injured early in the third quarter. Put a mobilization unit on his neck. There was no movement for a while. It was a long injury break, and then there was a report from the hospital that he did have some movement in his extremities. He was able to squeeze somebody's hand, so hopefully he fully recovers and there's no permanent damage, and not even to his playing career, but to his life. Now, I said tired, and not tired from the emotions of baseball playoffs, getting up early and doing things and whatnot, but tired of getting the same results. Now, again, I usually do my walks and will do my review of the game and how everything was going and my thoughts on it, but I have to do this now. I'm too wired to go to sleep, and I'm just very unhappy. This is probably the first time in a long time this team has gotten me feeling beaten down like this and tired. And let's talk about the game first of all. I really thought we had a wonderful shot, a very good shot to win this game. Russell Wilson, who hasn't started a game since December, I believe it was Christmas Eve 2023, so almost a year, comes in and he looks like a high school quarterback, underthrowing, overthrowing. The Jets are up 15-6, and they're moving the ball. There's a little bit over 3 minutes left in the first half. They're maybe close to midfield, and you feel like, all right, even if we get 3 points and you go up 18-6, you're up by 12, you're up by 2 touchdowns. And Rodgers throws a laser beam of a pass, and the DB puts his hand behind him and picks this ball off. And that kind of changes the whole game. It gets it to 15-13. Just every time the Jets did something, the Steelers counteracted with 2 better plays. And I'm tired of the PI calls. Sauce needs to turn his head around. He had one of him tonight. I just don't know what's going on with this team that's supposed to be, it was a top 10 defense, could be a top 5, could be elite. They have not gotten to the quarterback. They got to Russell Wilson once or twice tonight, but nothing to really change the effects of the game. Wilson was throwing up these lollipop passes, and Pickens was coming down with them. And you know what? You have 2 quarterbacks long in the tooth. You have Russell Wilson, who has been let go from Seattle, goes to Denver and does nothing, comes here, pretty much wins the starting job from Justin Fields, who's brought over, and then gets hurt, and then Justin Fields gets them to 4-2, and they start Wilson tonight. And I'm like, so you took the ball out of the team, the quarterback that got you 4 wins, you're putting it against a defense that's chomping at the bit, that a team that in the previous 3 games before tonight lost by a combination of 10 points. And you're like, all right, this team is ready to be taken. The Jets are going to go in. They're going to play prime time again. We're going to put some points on the board. Our defense is going to take care of it. We're going to go to 4-3, and then next week go into New England, because New England is now 1-5. And after that pick, everything went downfield. So from 15-6, they lose 33-15. The Rodgers first pick, he tried to get it in there. The guy made a tremendous play on it. But Garrett Wilson, I don't know If it's a confidence thing, we were discussing this in our group text. If it's a trust issue on both sides, he's making mistakes. He had 2 false starts, one to start the third quarter, right in the first play, and one later on in the fourth quarter. He had a pass hit him in the friggin' numbers. It popped off his chest, picked off again by the same guy that picked off the first one, who brings it all the way down inside the 5, and they score again. I'm just tired. I'm tired of these same results. I don't ask for much. We just want to see this team win. It's crazy. I said in the past, and I always mention my best friend and my cousins, and my girls and my father and whatnot. So, like I said, my girls have been coming to the game for the last 13 years. You can see they have their jerseys behind me up there, along with Klecko and Curtis Martin. And then we have these pictures here of the girls here going to the game and coming with me to the game, and tailgating one, and it went from them just wanting to experience going to the game to evolving into learning the game and following the league. And not only, okay, we're just going to go to the game. No, they make sure we make it a point that every Sunday we're together. Okay? So tonight, you have that long, first of all, that short week from Monday to today, but then you have to wait all day. So you get up, and you have the London game on, and you have the Giant game on, you have the KC game on. Met fans and Dodger fans are watching that. WNBA, hey, props to the Liberty. They win the championship. First time in history, they're an original WNBA team. And then you wait for this game to start. And, you watch the pregame, and you really think you have a chance. And so watching the game, my wife, and myself this morning get up, we go to the store, after I go to church. We both have our Jet shirts on. My daughter comes down after dinner to watch the game. She has a jersey on. My other daughter is out with family friends. She's texting me who scored the touchdown, what's going on, how's this. She gets back for the second half, and we're miserable. And not because we hate the team, not because, we rather be a Chiefs fan or a Rams fan or another team's fan, or because we just want this team to succeed, and we want to be there to experience it. And since my daughters have been watching the games, and started following, only 1 year we came close, and that was 15. Prior to that it was 10 and 9. So it's been a long time going, that we've had these issues. And from Rex, this is our 4th head coach since Rex was let go. I don't know. I'm on Twitter, and I'm tired of arguing with internet muscle. I really am. And you have people blaming Rodgers, and you have people blaming the front office and Woody. All right, so let's address Rodgers first. Okay? 99% of the fan base and the press conference is on in the background with Ulbrich wanted Rodgers here. Okay? And I said it from the beginning, I really wasn't a fan of Rodgers on a personal level, but you know what? I just want a winning quarterback and a winning program. If he could do that, I'll take it. So everybody comes here and Rodgers, and last year with Hard Knocks and the whole shebang, and he gets hurt. And they're like, all right, listen, we're going to rebuild with more plays around him and all that. And then you go through all of last year, okay, where most of the season you were out of it. And I actually said I wanted nothing to do with last year's Super Bowl or anything like that. I wound up, just sitting here while it was on in the background. And then you go draft, free agency, mini camp, training camp, signings, this and that. And then you get to see them live, and you're like, you know what? Okay, I know Rodgers is not going to be starting in the preseason, and I know, okay, and you see glimpses of what he brings to this team, and then everybody is a roller coaster. Yeah, love him. No, hate him. Love. Personally, with Rodgers, what I liked about him, first of all, is his pedigree, his experience, his athleticism that's not as athletic as he was, but his skill and his knowledge and the leadership that I thought he'd bring to this team and let everybody rally around him. Okay? Now, again, he's 40 years old, coming off a major injury and surgery. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to be slower. When he throws a pass and it's picked off, you look at, like any other quarterback, why it was picked off. Okay? If the pass is tipped and picked off, hey, that's not on him. If the pass hits your receiver in the numbers and pops up in the air and picked off, hey, that's not on him. If he throws it to the other guy, yeah, that's on him. That's what any QB. So tonight, everybody, there was these Rodgers, oh, he stinks. Why do we have him? Who would you want to run this offense? There's anybody else available that you would want to run this offense? Play GM. Since everybody's so great, play GM. Okay? Then they go and they say, somebody else puts on a tweet, the front office. So my answer was, what did the front office do? Did the front office block a field goal, which Greg Zuerlein, we're going to get to you next? Did the front office go false start twice? Did the front office drop a pass in their numbers and have it picked off? Did the front office miss tackles? Did the front office get called for PI? Well, they didn't really bolster the offensive line. The offensive line is better than last year, okay? You can only sign so many players. You can only bring in so many players. So play GM. Who have you brought in? Who? I don't understand. You cannot revamp the whole entire team in one season. Okay, so what they did was they brought in this quarterback, and they were going to build around this quarterback for 2 or 3 years. Last year they brought in Cobb, Lazard. Okay, this year, they said Brees, it was going to be even better. They got Devontae Adams this week. He had 6 passes to him. He caught 3 of them for 30 yards. All 3 were in the first half. Okay, so when they want to blame somebody, first of all, this is the team that was fielded. This is the team that was put together 4 months ago. 4 months ago, do you feel the same way you feel now? Because I didn't. I thought we had a great chance. I really did. I didn't know if we were going to go all the way, but I thought we were a playoff team that could maybe win the East, host a playoff game, and go a couple of rounds, and then maybe make that next step. Okay? I'm not disappointed in the front office. I'm not disappointed in the mistakes that go on Rodgers' record. Okay? What I'm disappointed is when you need 3 yards and your offensive line cannot stop anybody, or you take a sack, or your receiver's on one page and you're on the other. To me, that's disappointing because you very rarely see that with good teams. Okay, and that's what bothers me. You very rarely see that with good teams, and I thought we had a pretty good team. Everybody's talking about the defense and a top 10 and maybe a top 5. And you know what? They keep the games close, but they don't put games out of reach. Another game without a turnover tonight. Okay? I think the last time we had a turnover was Eccles picked off Darnold in London. So that's 2 games. So another game without a turnover. No big plays, no big sacks when they need it. They get the sacks once in a while. Okay, so to me, that's disappointing. Breece Hall, I don't understand. He makes these moves, he catches a pass out of the backfield, gets downfield, and all of a sudden he runs out of gas. That didn't happen last year. That didn't happen 2 years ago. It's an ongoing issue on all phases of the ball. And tonight, again, Zuerlein first of all, he had 2 kicks blocked. Now, the first one was an extra point they called leveraging on the Steelers. I'm not too familiar with the rule, but they called it. When they explained it, yes, the defender used his arms to leverage himself to get over and block the extra point. That caused us to go for 2 points, and it worked. Okay? The second one, the offensive line was just overpowered, and Zuerlein, couldn't get the ball up, and they had Jay Feely, who is an ex-kicker, who actually kicked for the Jets, went on Twitter and is like, I don't know why the broadcast is just pumping up the defense for the Steelers on that kick. The kicker, chunked the field. And if you look at the replay, they had it on Twitter, a part of the field is actually kicked up. So it was him. So I know Greg hit from 58 and 61 or whatever, but he's not hitting from inside the 30. So I'm sorry, but that needs to be addressed. Okay? I don't know what the deal is, but I know it didn't cost us much tonight because we wound up getting blown away in the end. But we score there, and it's a 5-point game. So I don't know. It's just everything is just falling apart, and it's tiring. Okay, it's tiring to get up and root and want to and can't wait for this game to go on. Okay, and then to sit there and you have a lead and you see things starting to go, and then all of a sudden something happens and it completely turns around. It's tiring. It is disappointing. Okay, and this is going to sound like a bitch fest, but I need to get this off my chest tonight because I'll be tossing and turning all night now. Okay, because I know this is a game we could have won and we should have won. We made Russell Wilson look like the Russell Wilson on Seattle 7 years ago. Okay, we made their running backs look like, what's his name, Jerome Bettis. It's so disappointing because all we want as fans is to get to that next level and enjoy the success of this team. And at 2-5 now, okay, they're gonna have to go on a monster comeback. Now, I'm gonna go back to my tiredness in a few seconds. The last few weeks, between the baseball playoffs and football and primetime football, commentators have been really, critiqued. Bob Costas has been critiqued. I know Joe Buck has been critiqued. I was critiquing the crew last night with the Yankees, the last two nights. Just the storyline, and I have never been a fan of Chris Collinsworth. I used to like him on Inside the NFL, but as a commentator, I don't like him. It's almost, I don't know if they're given a script or an agenda to follow, but he harps on one thing throughout the whole damn game. Okay? And I know the production team has part to do with it, and it was a Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers friendship, and they're living together, and they're sitting on the bench, and they're showing them, there's a caricature of them on a bench eating ice cream, and they have 68 touchdowns combined with them, and they're 6th or 8th on the list as duo with quarterback. That's very nice, but you know what? Stop, the whole fixating on that. And then Russell Wilson needs a big play, and he'll bring it right back. And there he is, and that's where, oh my God. Take me back to Summerall and Madden, okay? Where Summerall gave you the play-by-play, and Madden would give you these nice little stories, that went along with the game, okay? And they fed off each other. Even talking about Al Michaels now, it's, Thursday night, he doesn't seem enthusiastic. Just call the game, okay? I don't need the backstory. Call the game and stop fixating. I remember when Michael Vick came back, all you heard with Chris Collinsworth, Mike Vick. First of all, he's the only one I call him Mike Vick. Everybody else in the league, everybody else in the world called him Michael Vick. Mike Vick, whatever. So, okay, so I just had to get that off my chest because he was just annoying me. I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. I'm in the group text tonight. My girls are sitting across the way from me, and they're upset. They're disgusted because they understand now. At 2-5, my daughter goes, well, we're still in second place, and she doesn't understand the playoff structure yet. I'm still, she's still learning that. We can be in second place and not make the playoffs. The AFC East is Buffalo at 5-2, the Jets at 2-5, Miami at 2-4, and New England at 1-6. So Buffalo right now is a 3.5 game lead on us. Yes, we played them again, but 3.5 game lead. So the AFC East right now is is a rough ride to get to. So, you want to watch the other games and watch the scoreboard, but you got to take care of business. And like I said, where do we go from here? You know, we was 2 weeks ago when Ulbrich was brought in as the interim coach, and I was for it because you're not going to go outside the organization. Okay, so you brought in Ulbrich. I thought it was time for Saleh to go. Woody doing that showed me he thinks there's still a lot of season left. Woody also going after Devontae Adams and Hassan Reddick, who actually held and stopped his holdout and has a restructured contract. Will be reporting to the team, I believe, tomorrow. But where do we go? If Ulbrich follows suit, no interim coach has ever made the playoffs, okay? So let's say he's not going to make the playoffs. Is he the coach next year? Okay? And I hate that I have to think about next year when it's not even Halloween yet. Pisses me off completely. If Ulbrich goes, it's the whole coaching staff go. Okay? Now, here's another question. Does Aaron Rodgers, regardless of who's coaching, same coaching staff or not same coaching staff, does he come back? Okay? You just made all these moves to bring in Devontae Adams. You brought in, Mike Williams. You have Lazard. I mean, is Lazard going to come back? I don't know. He's 28. Devontae Adams is 30. He's going to be 31. Rodgers will be 41 by the end of the season. I just, what happens? And you could say, well, don't look ahead, but you have to, because right now, at this moment, okay, the odds of the Jets making the playoffs is 6%. And that was tweeted today. That was tweeted earlier. A team that starts off 2-5 has a 6% chance to make the playoffs. Now, with wild card, yes, anything is possible. But what I'm seeing here is that this team right now cannot win. And it's nothing against them. Okay? They've lost 4 in a row. They lost tonight by more points than the 3 previous games combined. Okay? So that shows how this could have changed a long time ago. Now, I am tired. I've used the word tired. I've used the word disappointed. I'm disappointed for my girls, too. Okay? I'm going to have to hear morons tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's what they're going to sound like. They're going to sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay? Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, meanwhile, all of a sudden I'm going to have Steeler fans come around. Like, I don't know one Steeler fan in my life. Steeler fans will be out and about tomorrow. Okay? I'll have Chief fans. I don't know a friggin' Chief fan in my life. But as tired as I am, as disappointed as I am, as I don't want to say pessimistic because I'm still optimistic about this team. I'm counting the days until next Sunday. When we play New England, 1 o'clock, Sunday afternoon. I'm counting the days to the next game I go to, which will be Halloween. And I'm looking forward for the rest of the season. And to be able to, first of all, enjoy the sport that I've been watching for 31 years. To enjoy the sport that I used to share with my father, now I share with my girls. And enjoy the team that we root for. Now, look, I came on here and I had a vent. Okay, I couldn't yell, couldn't scream. My texting was not getting, wasn't helping me. So I had to do this tonight. Listen, I bleed green. My girls bleed green. I know my friends bleed green. My family bleeds green. And it's just bothersome because every year you think this is going to be the year. Every year you think we got that piece that we needed. Okay? And there is so much doubt after this year. Last year, when Aaron got hurt, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, he already said, I'm coming back. I have a lot to prove. Okay? And whoever says he's trying to pad his numbers, he's not. Give me a break, you know. So he has a lot to prove. So you knew he was coming back, and you were like, all right. So we have a pretty decent draft number. Joe Douglas will make some moves, and Brees will be another year better, and nobody realized how much Braden Allen was going to be doing this year, you know, and you kind of said, all right, we got a mulligan. We're going to have Aaron next year, and we're going to rewrite it. We're going to rerun the script. Now you don't know what's going to happen next year. And it's not just because of Aaron Rodgers and because he's Aaron Rodgers. It's because if any quarterback was there and you had doubt about him coming back, who is our quarterback next year? Okay, now I know Tyrod Taylor's our second string. Do we take him as the veteran and make him a first string? Do we go out and get ourselves a Justin Fields or somebody? Look at the Giants. They put all their hope in Daniel Jones, and they kept Daniel Jones. They got rid of Saquon Barkley, and today Philadelphia and Saquon Barkley came in and walked all over them. So nothing is set in stone. Nothing, is ever set in stone. But looking to next year, you don't know what's going to be the nucleus of this team, from the coaching staff to your quarterback. Okay, now Sauce has another year here. Garrett Wilson has another year here, unless they use him as trade bait. Brees, Braden Allen, Quentin, Quincy, what have you. But your coaching staff, your quarterback, are question marks right now. So, that's all I'm going to talk about tonight. I have more to say. It's late. It's almost 12:15. I got work in the morning. I just wanted to get this video out there. Again, listen, I love my Jets. My family loves the Jets. We will continue to root. I'm looking forward to next week already because I want to get this taste out of my mouth 4 weeks in a row. But that's it. So you're watching The Takeoff again. This is a tired Alex saying have a great rest of your week. Have a blessed week, a blessed week, however you say it. Follow us on Twitter at The Jets Takeoff is our Twitter handle. Email us, thejets@gmail.com. Subscribe to this video. Listen, YouTube, The Takeoff is the account. At The Jets Takeoff is the channel. And again, stay safe, stay healthy, have a blessed week, however you say it. And again, congratulations to the WNBA. Prayers for Xavier Newman. Hopefully he fully recovers. And let's see what this team does. Let's see if Hassan Reddick reports and what Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the offense can do to get over this hump.